Welcome, you are listening Radio Central News. I'm Chandni and now news in detail. A 19-year-old Dalit woman from Uttar Pradesh Hathras died at Safdarjung Hospital in Delhi on Tuesday morning, days after she was raped by four men here. The family of the woman said she died around 3 a.m. Hathras SP Vikrant Veer said. The woman was gang raped on September 14, following which she was admitted to Jawaharlal Nehru Medical College and Hospital in Aligarh. She was referred to the Delhi hospital on Monday after her condition showed no signs of improvement. The accused had also tried to strangulate her to death as she resisted their attempt, and in the process, she had also ended up biting her tongue and suffering a severe cut on it. A spokesman of the Aligarh hospital had said that the woman's legs were completely paralyzed and arms partially paralyzed. The four accused who have already been arrested will now also face charges under Section 302 of IPC, according to the Hathras SP. Opposition leader Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and Mayawati have condemned the incident and demanding strict punishment for the culprits of the heinous crime. The present security scenario along our northern frontiers is at an uneasy no war, no peace status, Chief of Air Staff Air Chief Marshal R.K.S. Bhadoria said on Tuesday, referring to the prolonged border row with China in eastern Ladakh. In an address at a conference, Air Chief Marshal Bhadoria said the Indian Air Force has responded to the situation with rapidity and is fully resolved to counter any misadventure in the region. The present security scenario along our northern frontiers is at an uneasy no war, no peace status. Our defense forces are prepared for any eventuality, as you are aware, the Chief of Air Staff said. Air Chief Marshal Bhadoria said the recent induction of Rafale jets, along with previous acquisitions of C-17 Globemaster aircraft as well as Chinook and Apache helicopters, have provided the IAF with substantial tactical and strategic capability enhancement. Air power will be a crucial enabler in our victory in any future conflict. It is therefore imperative that IAF obtains and maintains technological edge over our adversaries, he said at the conference on energizing the Indian airspace industry. Daily COVID-19 cases in India dropped below 75,000 and less than 1,000 deaths were reported in a day after nearly a 1 month, while total recoveries crossed the 51 lakh mark according to the Union Health Ministry data updated on Tuesday. The total coronavirus cases in the country mounted to 61,45,291 with 70,589 new infections, while the death toll reached 96,318 after 776 people succumbed to the disease in a span of 24 hours. The total recovery surged to 51,01,397, pushing the recovery rate to 83.01%. There are 9,47,576 active cases in the country, which comprise 15.42% of the total caseload, the data stated. The COVID-19 case fatality rate was recorded at 1.57%. India's COVID-19 tally had crossed the 20 lakh mark on August 7, 30 lakh on August 23, and 40 lakh on September 5. It went past 50 lakh on September 16 and crossed 60 lakh mark on September 28. According to the ICMR, a cumulative total of 7,31,10,041 samples have been tested up to September 28, with 11,42,811 samples being tested on Monday. Equity benchmark Sensex and Nifty ended marginally lower on Tuesday amid lack of directional cues from domestic as well as global markets. After rising over 254 points in early trade, the 30-share BSE Sensex was caught in volatility and ended 8.41 points or 0.02% lower at 37,973.22. Similarly, the NSE Nifty slipped 5.15 points or 0.05% to 11,222.40. ONGC was the top loser in the Sensex pack, shedding around 3%, followed by IndusLand Bank, Power Grid, Axis Bank, HCL Tech, NTPC and ITC. On the other hand, Ultratech Cement, TCS, Tata Steel, Titan and HDFC were among the gainers. According to traders, domestic equity traders on a choppy note amid lack of directional cues from the domestic as well as global markets. Domestic investors turned cautious after the Reserve Bank postponed its bi-monthly policy review meeting, they said. Further, market participants across the globe are looking for cues from the first presidential debate between US President Donald Trump and Democratic candidate Joe Biden, set for later in the day. Bourses in Shanghai, Tokyo, and Seoul ended with gains while Hong Kong was in red. Stock exchange in Europe were trading on a negative note in early deals. That is all for the today's news bulletin. Stay tuned to Radio Central News for more updates.